Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is George and this is my third ever video. So welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. In today's video we're going to be talking about 5 tips or ways that you can lead a happier life. Now I don't want to start this off with a sob story or anything like that. I'm just giving this as like a little reference why my advice might help you. But in the past I have suffered from a lot of anxiety, social anxiety, depression. I mean depression doesn't really ever sort of fade, it kind of stays with you for a long time, and anxiety too. I'm still within that, but the tips that I'm going to give you, they help me out a lot, so I thought I might as well share. Tip number 1, eat healthy and be fit. Now when I say be fit, I don't mean like go to the gym or like exercise every day or like lift those weights or get them fucking gains in. What I mean is by the fact that you should just make sure that you get at least about 30 minutes of exercise per day. And when I say healthy, I mean eat healthily. So I don't mean eating salads every day, like not ever having a burger, not ever having like an ice cream or whatever, nothing like that. I just mean if you have like a good balanced diet, it's actually proven that it will actually make yourself feel a lot better. And the thing about exercise itself is that it's proven to relieve a lot of stress. So what I tend to do is when I'm feeling a little bit, when my anxiety gets a little bit too high, when it reaches like an ultimate peak, you know, you probably feel like that sometimes, I tend to just go out for a run. And I'll just go out for about 10-15 minutes, just run around my neighborhood block, come back, and 9 times out of 10, I do feel better. So I really suggest that. Point number 2, sleep. Now people say this all the time, that you need to get between 5 to 7 hours or 6 to 8 hours or 10 to 12 hours. But the thing is, I've tested every single slot of hours in my life. I used to have, believe it or not, I used to have 4 hours, maybe 5 hours sleep a night, and I thought that this was fine for me because I could get through the whole day of work without falling asleep. So when people say to you, yeah, you need 6 hours, you need 8 hours, you need 10 hours, you need 12 hours, anything like this, you just need to remember that it's different per person. So me personally, I've realised that I need about 8 hours, 7 hours sleep a night, but the next person might only need like 5 hours. You need to like test it to see how much you need, and if you're going to bed at like 2 a.m, 3 a.m. every night, it's going to be difficult to change that sleeping pattern. But when you hit that perfect sleeping pattern, for example, at the moment I'm sleeping half 12 to 7 or 12 to 7, and when I wake up for work, I'm actually like awake and I'm fresh and I'm actually looking forward to my day. Whereas when I was having the 4 or 5 hours, I couldn't be bothered. I wasn't interested on getting up. I was often late for work, which would reflect badly, and then it all comes back around. So yeah, get your sleep. Tip number 3, be social. Now I know a lot of people out there are very shy, very introverted and all this, but when I say be social, it doesn't necessarily mean by going out and meeting random people off the street or going to bars and clubs and all this kind of thing, because myself, I'm quite introverted myself. I'm not the shyest person in the world, I'm not the most confident person in the world. I have friends that I go out with, I have friends that I talk to online, and I have friends at work. Whether it may be online, or whether it may be going out with friends in person, or whether it may be going to your local football club or whatever and playing football with your friends, you need to keep that in your life. It's very important, because even though you might think to yourself that you're happier alone, I love not having people nattering at me, giving me demands. I just like to sit there with my headphones on and chill out. But it gets to a level, if you do that over and over again, you'll start to just lose it, and you'll just get in this same routine. All opinions will be your own, and you need to have that one-to-one or one-to-a-group conversation. Spending time with other people will also help in dating and other relationships you have. So for example, if you're dating a girl, you're dating a guy, and you're having problems with that relationship, and every night you're just by yourself, who are you ever going to talk to? Who are you ever going to discuss your issues with? You're not going to have anyone to talk to. You're just going to be having this own biased opinion based on how you feel, rather than how an outsider would look at the current situation. Tip number 4, pursue your ambitions, your wants and your goals. If you're just going to stay on the same steady track your entire life, there's a chance that you're going to get bored, and with boredom comes sadness. So if you ever have any wants or any goals or any ambitions, apply them. Every day spend an hour trying to reach that goal. For example, in my case, I'm a graphic designer and I want to move myself into web development. So the only way I'm going to do that is if I learn the languages of web development. And so at the moment I'm learning JavaScript. So I've been spending an hour every day learning that language. Career-wise, I'm moving up, but also in how I feel about myself, my own accomplishments, my own happiness, I'm moving up also. Nobody wants to be staying on this flat rate. No one wants to be, most people don't want to be in the same position they are now, like for 5-10 years later, because the position they're on at the moment, they're unhappy. Why would you want to be in that mindset like years on in the future if you're already at that state now? Tip number 5, spend time on yourself. Now, you may think that this is quite a selfish thing to say, but in my view, I put myself before anyone else in my life. Because at the end of the day, we all die alone. That's just how it is. You may believe that you go to heaven. You may believe that you stay in the ground, and that's just where it is. But we all live this life. We all live this life with many, many people associated in our life. But in the end, we all end up dying alone. So my happiness comes before anyone else's. It doesn't mean I care about anyone less. There's lots of people in my life that I care about, lots of people that I value, lots of people that I would do things for, which sometimes put me at a loss, but I'll still do them for. But at the end of the day, my happiness comes first. So with that in mind, think about yourself. Do things that you like to do yourself. Take yourself out, go to nice bars, go to nice restaurants, treat yourself. Get yourself involved in activities that you want to do. For example, there's a website called, I think it's called Meetup or Meet Me or something. You can go on there, you can find groups and activities that you want to do, like in long lists. You can sign yourself up, and then every now and then they'll have like an event that you can go to. For example, I recently just signed myself up to this table tennis one because I really like table tennis. I haven't played in years. So I'm going to go there, I think it's next Friday, I believe, or sometime then. And I'm gonna get involved and I'm gonna play table tennis because that's what I like to do. But the main point to tip number 5, the main point, you know what it is? It's be yourself. There is a famous Dr. Seuss quote which goes, "Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind." So that's it, guys. There are my top 5 tips on how you can lead a happier life. I hope you did enjoy it. If you've got any of your own tips, you can leave them as comments below. If you have any other video suggestions that you'd like me to do a topic on, then just leave that as a comment below also. If the video helped you out, then thumbs up, that'd be great. And anyway, thanks for watching and peace.